Der Gegner von Thomas Kohnlein ist die aktuelle 29 der Welt. Der erste Spieler in der Geschichte, der den Titel bei den World Youth Championship verteidigen konnte. Und bei ihm heißt es immer, wenn er so gut Dart spielt, wie er tanzt, kann ihm überhaupt nichts passieren. Schön, dass er hier in Saarbrücken mit dabei ist. Der Dreammaker Dimitri van den Bergh.
Dancing from Dimitri van den Bergh, the Belgian number 2 in action here at the German Darts Open. We've seen some impressive stuff from Jeffrey Desvan, Ted Everts, Nathan Aspinall, Chris Dobey finding a way to win, even though it wasn't anywhere near his best. Can Dimitri go and put on a show for what appears to be an ever-increasing crowd here at the Saarland Hull, as he takes on another of the host nation qualifiers, Thomas Kohnlein, a European Tour debut for a man who I assume is called the Wild Thing, going on his shirt. I think it's a lynx on there, but I don't really know. Chris Murphy, can you enlighten us?
No.
Okay, thanks Chris. He'll be bringing you more later on as the tournament develops. Can you enlighten us any more about Thomas Kohnlein?
I can tell you that he's 46 years of age, and he, for a day job, is a manufacturer of some kind of screen.
Right.
But that's the best I could do from the
TV
German
screen,
translation.
privacy screen?
Some screen?
Who knows? All of the above. All screens.
But what I think should happen is we should ask him after the match. What I didn't want to do is put him off before it, you see.
Right, getting into a detailed discussion about German manufacturing of screens. Well, he's got a dart shirt which suggests that he's got some of the gear. We will see if he has any idea how to get the job done, because I thought Lucas Weinig was pretty impressive in spells on his Euro Tour debut earlier tonight.
Yeah, Thomas to throw first. Game on.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm absolutely terrified that he will crush me into a tiny cube with his gigantic arms.
One person I did speak to after his match was Chris Dobey, and he said he knew little about Lucas Weinig, about as much as I know about Thomas Kohnlein.
I would wager that you probably know more about Thomas Kohnlein than
Dobey knew
about Lucas Weinig. I bet you he doesn't know, I bet he's not even narrowed down what his potential day job might be. At least you know he works in the manufacturing industry.
He knows who he is now. As to that crowd who were singing Super Lucas by the end of it, will they be singing
45.
Fantastic Thomas? Probably not.
I mean, I hope they are singing something, but I hope it's something better than that.
125.
But there are a couple more German players in action, even if Thomas can't get the job done against the two-time World Youth Champion. We've got
100.
Gabriel Clements coming up next against Raymond van Barneveld in something of a home fixture for the German Giants. And then Kevin Munch later on, two players who we are a little more familiar with. And I've been discussing this with Paul Nicholson in the earlier part of the day. Is a little like the host nation qualifiers are almost not as good as they were 12 months ago. You are getting kind of amateur players come through because Max Hopp is now seeded and Clements and Schindler are playing in the tour card holders qualifier.
Yeah, well, by the very nature, if you take the professionals out of that qualifier, then you are left
with people who make screens for a living.
Exactly. But I tell you what, I don't know. You're not David Attenborough, Murph. I expect you know more about Lynx Africa than the actual animal. But I think that's a lynx.
85. Dimitri require 104.
Let's see if Dimitri can be a bit of an animal here with this 104. Well, he could still be.
44.
It is some tattoo he's got going on there as well, Kohnlein. And I can't quite make out what it is. But I tell you what.
Well, I think it's a lynx, Dan.
55. Dimitri requires 60.
Anyway, 20 for tops. I know that. Can Vandenberg find the double? He's shuffled across, and that is a disastrous deflection,
28.
allowing Kohnlein a shot at 118.
Can't be done now. Well, first impressions, I do quite like his throw. It's sort of very easy and straight. There's nothing wild about it.
Second leg is Dimitri to throw first.
He's just not been getting him to go where he wants, which is kind of the most important thing.
Well, maybe that is a wild thing.
Yeah. Everything is very measured and controlled, apart from the outfit, the tattoo, and where the darts go. Well, it can't be. He's managed to come through the qualifiers for this. We saw 108 average in one of the qualifying games last night, despite the fact we don't have any tour card holders in the host nation qualifiers anymore. Although Manfred Bildale couldn't then capitalise and make it through.
121.
Decent visit, and it looks very controlled from Kohnlein. Dimitri Vandenberg. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's the same. It's the same animal. Look at this.
140.
He did attempt the European Q School this year. Kohnlein didn't make it past the last 64 stage on any of the 3 days in which he participated. But yeah, apart from that, Dan, I'm still scratching around trying to find information. They do fill in these information sheets, and under hobbies it just had the word
76.
dogs.
Amazing.
So make of that what you will.
Wow.
121.
Wow, I hope he's not labouring under the misapprehension that the thing he's got on his shirt and tattooed on his own arm is a dog. So I'm pretty sure it isn't.
78.
But he's not in a bad position here to
might
break straight back and level this game.
Might stop Dimitri lengthening his lead.
123.
54. The target with the first darts. And the second. But those two will do for a dart at the bull.
50. Dimitri required 20.
Can't find it, and Dimitri's set-up shot good enough to give himself a chance here. No moving, so he fancied it, and he's perilously close to busting his score, but that'll do, and a pump of the fist. He's already seen Chris Dobie really tested by one of the host nation qualifiers, so he's had a warning shot.
60.
I don't think I've seen a dart shirt that busy since Corey Cadby playing on the World Series, where there was all sorts of madness going on in that shirt.
80.
Sometimes less is more. But you know, we've got the flag on there. We've evidently got another crest. We've got a massive animal that's on fire.
Yeah, and a dartboard on fire behind it.
Yeah, but that's, you know, so you know they're a darts player, yeah? Yeah? It is a common thing with darts players. You get a darts shirt, I'm going to put some darts or a dartboard or both on it, just so you know I'm a darts player. We got some stars on there, like.
Yeah, I mean, remove the dartboard and the darts. What would you think he was?
A dog.
140.
Like he's holding his own in this game.
He is. It might be a ploy, Dan. We know that Peter Wright has employed the
59.
tactic of the garish garment, and perhaps it can put off his opponent in the background looking at the monstrosity that he happens to be donning on any particular day.
Well, he could leave himself tops here after 12 darts, and well, okay, 80 left after 12 darts. That's going to give you chances if you can keep on producing that. He's only averaging in the mid-80s here, but so is Dimitri. This has not been particularly impressive from the Belgian. Not as yet, anyway.
Yeah, whoever does win it will have to pick it up
96.
to some level when they take on Michael van Gerwen tomorrow. Another there. He looks pretty smug about the outcome of this, and so he should be.
Thomas Kohnlein.
He really should be, because that is a first leg in Euro Tour darts for the Wild Thing.
Yeah, Van Gerwen is the opponent
100.
in round 2 for the victor here, but this hasn't been a happy hunting ground for the last couple of years for MVG, has it?
Well, no, but only because of one man. And that man is Stokes' number 1,
81.
the Diamond Ian White, who has beaten him in the quarter-final stages both times these last years, and one of them was a 6-0 spanking.
However, this time, can't meet him till the final, because they are the number 1 and 2 seeds for this tournament.
Oh, relief for MVG. But we do know that Dimitri is capable of putting in big displays. We've seen him on the Euro Tour already this year take care of Adrian Lewis, averaging in excess of 100. Great display that was. We're not seeing much of that from him so far in this one. That's a decent visit from him. But a ton 40 from Kohnlein here, and he's just matching Dimitri.
Vandenberg's an interesting one, isn't he? Because we couldn't quite work out whether he was a floor player or a stage player at times. He started to pick up that kind of mantle as always a big stage player, with everyone forgetting the fact that he's won so many titles in the development tour, which are played on the floor.
In exactly the same conditions.
Yeah, despite the big performances at the Worlds and at the World Series where he took it to MVG last year in Germany, he hasn't really done much on the European Tour stage.
Well, he's not played enough of them, that's the main thing, because he's found it difficult to qualify, and it'll be even harder for him to qualify this year with how they've changed the qualification criteria.
Did have a run to a final, of course, on the Players' Championship circuit earlier this year, lost out to Glenn Durrant.
Oh, hello. Treble 13.
Well, he troubled it.
83.
Couldn't find it, and Vandenberg knows he's in a match here. Can he make it a little bit easier for himself? That should be a help. It wasn't. Went the wrong side.
40.
Well, he couldn't have placed that first dart any better. It was absolutely perfect. So used as a guide, slide it alongside, and he slid down the wrong bit. Oh my word, just the wrong side of the wire. Double 15.
41.
Well, a bit of bad fortune for Kohnlein, who lost his line and found himself in the wrong bed. Now Vandenberg can redeem himself. Or can he?
No score.
But he could. but he hasn't.
15. No score.
Well, that was...
Dimitri require 8.
I don't know whether he was going for 7 or 3, because it was so dead centre in the 19. There we go. Well, is dodged a massive bullet there, has Dimitri van den Bergh. And he's trying to convince himself to keep his chin up, not let himself get dragged into a battle. But in terms of demeanour, you'd have to say that it's the German who seems more at ease in this contest.
An expression that is seldom seen on the hockey. Seems to be having a splendid time. Picture of serenity. And why not? This game should be played with a smile on the face. And it has been said of van den Bergh, probably by you and I at times, that his demeanour on stage while he's throwing the darts is very, very different to everything that happens before and after he approaches the hockey.
Yeah, he's a curious one, is Dimitri. And there are times when he looks like he's permanently on the verge of bursting into tears when he's still on the hockey. But he just is quite an intense individual. And yet, you see what happens on the walk-on. You see what he's like in his interviews, which are doing 7 different languages and be completely, utterly effusive and polite and just generally a fine young man.
Very polite.
So
to the point
polite.
where in Rotterdam, when he had his Premier League appearance as a contender, when there was a bit of a draft, he was beating James Wade, and then James said, "Shall we go off, Dimitri?" Dimitri went, "Yeah, all right."
If that makes your life easier, James, then I'm very happy to accommodate you. Tell him to stay on. You're winning the game. Make the most of this.
1-2-1 for Kohnlein to reduce the arrears. He's taken 25 off. That leaves 96.
Very European route, that, for the 1-2-1. Can't quite find it. But I tell you what, that's the next best prize.
Dimitri require 111. 59.
Don't often see him rush through darts like that. I know that he's just chucked it aimlessly into the 20s, but he's evidently getting frustrated, Dimitri, and you don't often see that from him. He's getting a massive let-off here.
It really is. Kohnlein chasing doubles around the board. Will van den Bergh need to do something similar? Double eights.
44.
And usually that area of the board serves him well, but it isn't doing so tonight.
Yeah, and you can see he's visibly annoyed, Dimitri. And it is not helping him turn things around.
No score.
His German opponent is a bigger help in that, because he is not taking his chances. He has missed a handful of darts there. He missed darts in the second leg and the fourth leg. Genuinely, Kohnlein could be 4-1 up here.
The double 4 bailed van den Bergh out of trouble in the last leg, and it has again in this.
Sixth leg is Dimitri to throw first. Game on.
And the Belgian does have a tight grip on this tie, but not a lot of it is through his own work.
100.
See there the chances that have been missed by both men.
Both have missed 9 darts at double.
But as you've just mentioned, when they were missed, it's not how many you miss, it's when you miss them. And had Kohnlein landed at different times, this scoreline could easily have been reversed.
Yeah, well, the majority of those darts missed by Kohnlein came in that last leg. That's one he definitely should have won.
140.
But, a couple of darts from 56, 1 dart at bull for an 86 checkout. They're makeable shots. Especially for a guy he can evidently throw. Like, the throw looks good. he doesn't seem particularly overwrought about being up there, although maybe the efforts at doubles tell a different story.
van den Bergh there, agitated.
I don't think I've seen him as annoyed as this, ever.
I've seen players act the aggressor against Dimitri van den Bergh, and it doesn't seem to bother him at all. He just carries on at his thing.
56.
Is the wild thing here, Thomas Kohnlein, killing him with kindness?
Are you saying that possibly the most polite man in darts, Dimitri van den Bergh, the only way to get under his skin is to be more nice and polite than he is? Something that scientists previously thought was impossible.
60.
Well, it is a struggle for van den Bergh, but it looks like a struggle he's going to win.
40. Dimitri requires 120.
Half a dozen darts to take out 120, but he'd like to take it out now just to get himself going again, and he might do. Finds a treble, and now wants double top.
100.
But it was a long way away, and that won't help his state of mind.
Thomas Kohnlein seems completely happy about the whole situation, as he has done from dart 1, and it's another ton 40 from him that puts some pressure on this.
Double 10, double 5, not bothering with that. Double 4 once again, and once again he finds it. A sensible decision from van den Bergh.
Well, the last 3 legs have all been won on double 4 for Dimitri. I would suggest his best plan is just to try and score 493 points in as quick a time as possible. Because
it's not a bad plan in any darts match.
Well, yes, I mean, yeah, true. But I don't see him making the step from 493 to 501 in any other way.
Has been a bizarre one.
140.
There've been a few such matches in today's first round at the German Darts Open. So far, the 3 German players in action. Well, 2 of them are out and 1 of them is on the verge of being out, but we have 2 more tonight. And then Max Holt begins his title defence here in Saarbrücken tomorrow.
60.
I get the feeling as well that Kohnlein isn't really getting the usual vociferous support of a home crowd because they are waiting for Clements coming up in the next match.
I think that might be a valid point.
Thanks.
125.
There he is, the defending champion. Feels good.
He got a cheer.
Yeah, in what, half an hour or so this match has been going on, Max Hopp has had more cheers than the German player throwing the darts.
Well, it is the thing, you know, the German crowd will get behind their men, but they have to give them something to cheer. And Kohnlein, he genuinely, this could be any score.
This could be a cheer.
180.
Come on, Saarbrücken, you can do better than that. The Wild Thing's just smashed in a 180. I mean, unless they've been genuinely stunned by his outfit, which is a very real possibility.
99. Thomas requires 73.
Well, I have another theory, but I'll save it. Because he might be about to double his tally of legs. Wants tops.
33. Dimitri requires 142.
Big deep breath. Seen that before from Dimmy. Oh, we've seen that before in this game from him. He is absolutely fuming. Dimitri van den Bergh is so angry and so frustrated. I fear he might do something, you know, go completely off the rails and do something he's never done before, like not hold a door open for somebody.
Well, he has the chance to win the match here. The door is open for him.
Wow.
Does he look at 2 balls? He did.
52. Thomas requires 20.
Whatever happens here, Thomas is going to be pleased about it.
Oh.
10.
Well,
Dimitri
we could
requires
be here all night
68.
for Thomas Kohnlein to hit some doubles. I don't think he believes he can hit them, but Dimitri is having all kinds of bother as well. Double 8 for the match.
52.
We
Dimitri
could
requires 10.
literally be here all night. Kohnlein tries again. And this time he finds double 5. The usual reaction, hit or miss. A smile on the face of Kohnlein.
And you
And
can
it
treat triumph and disaster all the same.
A rattle of applause again from the crowd. Now I think that maybe he's such a nice guy
134.
that he's employed some stagehand to hold up best of order signs. Silence in the auditorium.
He's had more darts at double than Dimitri van den Bergh in this match. Dimitri
44.
should still win this from here. He is the overwhelming favourite. But he is a very, very lucky young man.
83.
Because I think Lucas Weinig might have been, he was certainly more clinical than Kohnlein. Earlier on tonight, Lucas Weinig, he had Chris Dobie in trouble. I think Lucas Weinig might have turned him over here. But that is a second maximum from Kohnlein. There's actually quite a bit to be impressed with.
There is. And it has got better as it's gone on.
108.
But it comes back. Another. That's enough to leave the finish. And if the 104 doesn't go, Kohnlein will get a chance at the 140.
96.
Well, Demi has left himself 8. He scored 493 points in as quick a time as he could.
It was your plan, Dan.
10 score. Dimitri require 8.
Will it work for Van den Bergh?
For the 4th time in the match, to win a leg on double 4. Well, even that's not working for him now.
Dimitri require 130.
Well, Kohnlein had set this up with a big score of 10 in the previous visit. Can he find a way through? Oh, he's a little bit unfortunate there.
65. Dimitri require 8.
So, the Dream Maker. It has been a waking nightmare for him at times, but he comes through unscathed. A 6-2 victory, and Dimitri van den Bergh will go up against the world #1 Michael van Gerwen here in the German Darts Open. It has not been the start to the tournament that he would have liked, but he got the win, and that's the most important thing. I think you'll see more of Kohnlein if he chooses to play in the qualifiers over the course of this year. The throw looks good, and I think there's quite a bit that he could offer. But
Dimitri van den Bergh zieht also in die zweite Runde ein. Applaus für Thomas Kohnlein. Das war ein bisschen viel Double Trouble bei Thomas. So gewinnst du am Ende halt dann keine Partie hier bei der PDC auf der European Tour. Und Dimitri van den Bergh, er ist der morgige Gegner von Michael van Gerwen. Dimitri, du bist durch. A win is a win. Das sagen immer alle. Auch wenn es, glaube ich, nicht die Qualität hatte, die du dir erhofft hast.
Nee, auf jeden Fall nicht. Aber da sagst du es richtig. Ein Sieg ist ein Sieg. Also das muss ich jetzt mitnehmen zu morgen. Hoffentlich eine 30 oder plus 20 Average, weil, oh mein Gott, was war ich schlecht heute.
Aber auch das erlebt man häufig, Dimitri, dass so ein Match heute überhaupt nichts zu sagen hat, was morgen ist. Morgen ist ein neuer Tag. Morgen steht hier Michael van Gerwen. Bock auf den? Oder wie geht's dir, wenn du gegen die Maschine spielst?
Er ist wie andere Spieler. Ich sehe den Michael van Gerwen jede Wochenende, wenn er da ist, genau wie ich da bin. Ich gebe mein Bestes, genau wie ihm. Kann er was mehr oder nicht? Glaube ich nicht, weil was er gemacht hat auf den Spieler selber, habe ich ja schon im Training gemacht. Und ich habe ihn mal schon geschlagen. In Deutschland.
Ah, und er ist in Saarbrücken zweimal im Viertelfinale raus, noch nie das Turnier gewonnen.
Ach so,
So, sieht echt gut aus.
interessant.
Wir sehen uns morgen wieder, Dimitri. Glückwunsch, Dimitri van den Bergh steht also in Runde 2. Michael van Gerven wartet.